Okay, so I had November 2nd, 2016.
November 2nd, 2016. I know it was a Wednesday. I guess that was the World Series, the win.
There you go, right?
I told you, remember I told you I was wearing a blue dress for my samba, and that's what I was working on.
So you do remember November 2nd?
I do remember. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know exactly where I was. Yeah.
And what do you remember about perhaps that game or any memories of the highlights?
Oh,
remember about you learning the Cubs win the World Series. What's your memory of that?
No, I was in a major rehearsal and could only take a few minutes out to do that. So.
Sure. So what was that like? What were those few minutes like? Were they, did you think about your
believe
family?
It. Everybody was like texting, screaming at each other. Nobody could believe it. I was with Derek Huff, and the two of us were like hugging and couldn't believe it. Well, I was hugging him because I'm the Cubs fan, but yeah, I hugged him anyway.
Right.
But yeah, so it was, it was like unbelievable. Yeah. Because you always thought the crybaby Cubs and this and that. And the crazy thing is that Ernie Banks, who had a better record than so many of the big hitters, but he was so like lean and he was a shortstop.
He had amazing wrists. His wrists were so big and strong.
And so he I don't think he ever got his due.
He never did.
And the thing, exactly, he never was in a game.
Yeah.
And the thing about Ernie Banks too is that you always waited to hear what his little rhyme was going to be.
Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, what was it? The Cubs are alive in '65
right.
or something. The Cubs will be great in '68 or whatever.
Absolutely. The Cubs are a great machine in 2016. Right? Absolutely. Yeah. What was your family and relatives lifelong, especially your brother's reaction to that when that happened? Did he call you and had to share it with you during rehearsal?
They were at the game like 2 days before.
Right.
And they couldn't believe it, or I guess, someday that week. I was in Dancing with the Stars more. But nobody could believe it.
Right.
Everybody was just so excited, and we felt like, it broke the curse.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you talk to David Ross and give him any tips about going on Dancing with the Stars? Because he's the Cubs manager. He was also on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah. I thought he did a great job. Right. He was the first, I think he was maybe the only, he was the first one. He was adorable. Everybody really just loved him too.
Right.
And so comfortable.
I went to the ring night at Wrigley Field when all the Cubs got, and they raised the banner. And what we did, you'll like this, the Jumbotron at Wrigley Field was showing David Ross performing in Dancing with the Stars. And so they held up the game to watch David Ross perform in Dancing with the Stars.
As they should have.
Yes.
They're both,
Right.
No, it's great. I mean, you know what? What I love about the Cubs is that you don't have to win the games for people to show up. You don't have to win
the experience.
It's the experience. It's being part of it. It's Wrigley Field and how beautiful it is and everything else.
Yeah.
It's that whole feeling. It's the feeling of being there, the smell of the grass, and just the whole feel of Wrigley Field and what it looks like and how right there is the neighborhood. My brother was talking about the fact that only in Wrigley Field and in Candlestick Park can you catch a ball outside.
Oh yeah,
and really,
that goes over the that goes over the right. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. And it's all the colors of nature too, Marilu. I said this to Adrian Zmed that Wrigley Field is really an homage to another great Chicagoan, Frank Lloyd Wright, because you have all the colors of nature with the ivy green, the blue skies, the white clouds, even the colors of the bleachers, and it all works. It all fits right in.
Yeah. No, it's pretty special.
Absolutely.
Very special. When are you going to the next game?
So I think that next year we're going to have Sweet Day at Wrigley Field. So please come and join us.
Sweet, like you have to be sweet to go, or you're eating sweets?
We're going to be in a suite at the stadium.
Oh.
So they talked about that.
That's sweet. I'll go to that
Joe
one.
come and all the, have the Bob Odenkirk and Gary Cole and Gary Sinise, all of us go. So
I'm there.
Please come. Absolutely.
You need some, Femina. That's great.
That'll be great.
Bonnie Hunt and I'll come.